Men are watching as society burns down around us. It's pretty amazing what's happening here. I think this is pretty insane. It's like, wow, this one is just an absolute doozy. I, I cannot believe the things I'm seeing, but they're actually happening. So, as many of you may know, John Cena, he's currently performing his simp dance right now. He's been recently seen wearing a dress for one of his movies. The movie has literally nothing to do with this. It's basically about a guy who is pretending to be someone else, and he's working at a company, and it's a bunch of stuff. But there's no reason why he should be wearing a dress, but here he is wearing a skirt. And this is not the only skirt he wears, although it may be the only skirt they show in the movie, if it even shows up. But this is just a part of the dance that they're having him do. And then the crazy thing is that at last night's Oscars, what does this guy do? He shows up on stage, not wearing anything, just holding a card. And this actually happened on television. How this is legal? I mean, guys, you have to understand. If a woman had done anything close to this, there would have been tons of complaints. There would have been FCC fines. For this to happen at the Oscars, you have to understand how well connected the people are. These are the people who run our world, and they made him do this, and he had literally no choice in the matter. And of course, everyone there was celebrating as this occurred.
Tonight is the 50th anniversary of what used to be the craziest moment in Oscar history. At the 46th Academy Awards in 1974, David Niven was in the middle of introducing Elizabeth Taylor when a nude man, a streaker, ran across the stage, can you imagine if a nude man ran across the stage today? I said, can you imagine if a nude man ran across the stage today? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Psst. Psst, Jimmy.
What? I can't come there. I'll do the thing. Excuse me for a second. What's going on? You're supposed to run across the stage.
I changed my mind. I don't want to do the streaker bit anymore.
What do you mean you don't want to do the streaker bit anymore? We're doing it.
I just don't feel right about it, man. It's an elegant event. Honestly, you should feel shame right now for suggesting such a tasteless idea.
It's supposed to be funny.
The male body is not a joke.
Mine is.
No, it's not.
You wrestle naked, why not?
Dude, I don't wrestle naked. I wrestle in jorts.
Jorts are worse than naked. Come on. You're really not gonna do this? Fine, just give out the award then. God, the worst.
Costumes. They are so important. Maybe the most important thing there is. I can't open the envelope without
The nominees for Best Costume Design are...
Yeah, guys, it was rough to watch. It was rough to watch, but that is the reality that we now live in. That was a humiliation ritual. That was a 100% humiliation ritual. They basically let him know who's boss. They let him know who's daddy, and you really have to understand. Like, this was really, it came down to his life too. Like, his life was, you don't know. You really just don't know, because these people are not messing around. Because once you make that deal with the devil, the devil is going to collect. You don't mess around with Satan. Now, if we look at the video, this is the video where it came from, Oscars 2024. John Cena wasn't wearing anything as he presents award for costume design. And they literally had to make up a reason for why they're having him do this. if you scroll down, someone actually says right here, Abel Chimarillo actually says this must be a humiliation ritual. And of course, it gets 28 replies. Okay? And someone says it definitely is 100%. Thank you for. What's that mean? I agree. Yep. And then, of course, there's someone who says Reddit conspiracists have entered the chat. Total cringe, though. Really, bro? Really? There's this comment that has 207 likes. Cena sold his soul. There you go. Oscar's getting weird, bro. 4.6, 142 likes. That's the humiliation ritual. Yep, there you go. 80, 87 likes. Humiliation ritual. Cat really did expose the industry. I can't stop seeing it now. First Cena in a dress, then this. Guys, I told you, it's out there. It's out there now. It's literally out there. Society is burning down around us. We're watching it crash and burn. But this is the reality. Like, society is completely, we're in the age of stupidity, and basically people will do anything for a buck. I've said this before and I'll say it again. What's his name? What's that little dude's name? Little black guy's name? Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart is going to be a billionaire. Kevin Hart is going to be a billionaire. And John Cena wants it so bad. He wants fame bad. He wants it bad, 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 bad. And the way these things work is you usually have to sacrifice something. You have to give something up, I already told you, for example, Little Kevin is good in the sack. Little Kevin is not going to argue with anyone. For example, when he goes in with the people who have influence, the gatekeepers, he basically he goes in there and they tell him, all right, Kevin, on your knees. And Kevin, you don't even have to tell Kevin to get on his knees. They even tell say, Kevin, Kevin is already on his knees. Kevin is already looking up. He's already doing a little dance. He made sure that he's always fresh, shaved. Everything is good. Everything is good. He knows what they like. He goes right in. He starts off slow. He'll go around the rim. Little Kevin, he knows what's up. And John is basically, he has to show that he's gonna play ball because he's in deep. For him to be out here doing this on the stage like this, guys, he's in deep. He is in over his head right now, and there's really no going back. They own him. He sold. Guys, they own that soul. They own that soul. All right, they own that soul, and he cannot say no. He cannot say no to anything they tell him to do. He has to do it, and he has to bet and look like he's enjoying it. That's exactly how it is. Or suddenly, John Cena just disappeared, or it just, oh my goodness, this is unexpected. First Matthew Perry, now John Cena. What's the world coming to? It's a real crisis. I never knew he had a problem. I didn't know he was struggling with it. It's always the people. It's always the people that you don't know. We don't talk to each other enough. We don't reach out to friends and ask, how are you doing? What's happening in your life? It was something that John had evidently hid for his entire life. I'm just telling you guys, this is how the media will portray it when suddenly he's Control-Alt-Deleted, and they're saying that it was an accident, and the coroner, they found this substance in his body, in his blood when they ran the test, and it's just unbelievable. This is a wicked world that we live in, y'all. This is an evil world that we live in. But I'm not crying for these men. I'm not crying for these men. And men as a whole are just watching society burn down around us. Why is society in this terrible state today? It's because of women. It's because of the choices women made in society. And the Sims. The Sims are the ones who allowed this to happen, because they would do anything for, for a quick dopamine rush. Just to take a ride on the vertical slide, just for a moment, even once a year. These guys would sell their souls for a queef. You have to understand. These are some really sick and twisted dudes. They are the cause of most of our suffering in Western society and global as a whole. I said this before, no, and I'll say it again. Nothing lasts forever, and we're beginning to see things. We're beginning to see a major shift. We're beginning to see people say, you know what, enough is enough. and I'm not going to tolerate it anymore. And that's what men walking away is. Men walking away from the lunacy, the degeneracy, the sick stuff like this, and basically just, getting away from it. Like, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy that this is what our society has come down to, but it has. It absolutely has. And, there's not much else we can do about it other than waking up and realizing that nothing lasts forever. And the only way to win is to not play their game, is to say, no, I will not participate, and to step away from it. Because it's very sick, it's twisted, it's disgusting. It is. That's what it is. With that said, guys, don't forget I have a new channel called Angry, where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, and whatever else interests me. Go and support me, support the channel. I've got some great content over there, so check that out. Men are watching as society burns down around them. What do you guys think about this? I want to hear your thoughts on this, so let's talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA Men Walking Away. And cheers.